Good morning. We're back in the kitchen today, and my grandma always made chocolate oatmeal cookies, or that's what we call them. You may have heard them as no-bake cookies, but then my mom also has always made chocolate oatmeal cookies too, and I always loved to eat her chocolate oatmeal cookies. And I asked her once how she made them, and she couldn't give me the exact ingredients. So that was kind of a problem for me to make them, because I needed to know exactly how much cocoa, exactly how much oats, and then sugar and butter and milk also go into it. And she never measures, but she always makes great cookies. I just don't think I can do that, but I'm gonna try, and maybe she can help me to figure out a recipe for these one day. And also, every now and then I like to have Cheerios in it, and marshmallows can also be good in these cookies. But we're gonna do a math problem with them now. So let's just say that they do require a half a cup of sugar and then a third a cup of this cocoa. So a half a cup of sugar, a third a cup of cocoa. So those would be considered the dry ingredients. So I want to know the total amount of dry ingredients for chocolate oatmeal cookies. And so we know that whenever we are adding fractions, we have to have like units. And that means the denominators have to be the same. So we can't add this until we get a common denominator. And there's different ways that you can do that, but right now we're going to use a model to find a common denominator. So I've got a half here, but I want to make it look like thirds, since my other fraction is thirds. So I'm going to divide the half into thirds. So if you'll notice when I do that, I didn't shade anything else. I just divided it into thirds. So that proves that this is equivalent. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 out of 6 pieces. So a half would be the same thing as 3/6. So now I've got to do the same thing here, but since this fraction is a half, I'm going to divide this into half. And again, I didn't change what was shaded, so that also will prove that this is an equivalent fraction. So I've got 2 now out of the 6 pieces. So this one is going to be 2/6. So if I add these together, I get a total of 5/6. So this would be 5/6 cups for my dry ingredients in these chocolate oatmeal cookies. So remember, whenever we're adding fractions, we need common denominators. And even though I don't know for sure if this is the exact amount of dry ingredients, I can kind of estimate and get a good idea of how much I'm going to need. So our mystery word today is going to be cocoa. Cocoa is one of the main ingredients in these chocolate oatmeal cookies. So you'll have a few more questions like this. Remember to always do your best. I'll see you next time.